Hello all and welcome to another Cabernet Entertainment video. It's Art here with the 1 week in review of the Kobo Libra Color. I know you are all expecting the book review for The Serpent Under. That's coming next week. I pushed that back a week because I had to talk, absolutely had to talk about this device. You can see I have the desert brown color of case, and I don't know if you guys can see the screen, but it is I mean, I don't know how well the screen shows up, but it is vibrant with color. We're going to talk about the pros first, and then I'll get into the cons, because there are pros and cons with this device. One pro is that it works with the Kobo Stylus 2, which I do have in this case. I did buy it. One con of that, though, is the Kobo Stylus 2 is sold separately. So that is a con. I would say that Kobo is the Android to Kindle's Apple, if you want to make that comparison, that phone type comparison. It's the most apt comparison I could find. I do love that it has the power button right here on the back, so and the case leaves the hole right there for the power button so that you can access the power button at all times. I do love that it has page turn buttons, and that you can take notes on any book that you get. So, for me, when I do books for review, that helps a ton, because I can just take notes right then and right there on the device if I need to. I can also make lists inside notebooks, which this comes native. This is an amalgamation, or a combining, of what I would consider in Kindle format the Kindle Scribe and the Kindle Color, with a little bit of the Oasis thrown in there with the page turn buttons. There are a few cons that I would speak of. I mean, there's a lot of pros, because one of its major pros is that it takes EPUB format, which is the more standard, the more standard and the more widely available format. It also connects up to your computer and allows you to organize your books inside a program like Calibre, and be able to offload and onload and sideload books a lot easier than the Kindle does, especially now with their update to the website. The stupid update they did where downloading and transferring to USB went away for just an arbitrary reason of they didn't want to do it anymore. So this lets you out of that. It is a very compact and sleek form factor. It has the nice, I won't be able to show you on camera because it's in the case, but it has a rubberized grip texture to where if I didn't travel so much and take it like outside and take it on the road with me, because that's one of the things I'm going to do as far as the 1 month in review goes, because you guys know you get the 1 week, the 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and 1 year, and so on and so forth reviews to see how it stands up over a heavy reader's usage, to see if this would be the right device for you. I do like it because it organizes your book. It keeps track of your reading times. Like, I'll see if I can show you. Like, it shows your activity. It says, Total hours spent reading so far is 1.7 hours, which means because I've been like setting up the device and having to switch for review between the Kindle and this, it has a lot of good data. It says average pages per minute is 7.5. And it shows your progress in a bunch of current books. So I like that it has that. That is something that the Kindle doesn't even have, is that data. So you can track your reading. You can tell your reading progress. One of the drawbacks I would say is I've had to, every time I download a book from the Kobo store or from another ebook store, I've always had to adjust the text, whereas I don't feel like I have to do that as much in Kindle format. I feel like because you can set a standard font on the Kindle, it just adjusts the books to excuse me, to my standard font, whereas I'm having to adjust each book to my font that I want to read, which is fine, but it can be a bit tedious at times. 2, also, there's no whisper sync to voice with Audible, but I can usually find where I'm at in the book and still be in a good way. But would I recommend this over the Kindle? For ease of use, really, like I said, it's Apple versus Android. Do you want something that is more widely available in the Kindle, or do you want something that is still widely available but doesn't have the backing of the mammoth that is Amazon? Do you want to get away from the mammoth that is Amazon because of some of their current business practices and changes? Then the Rakuten Kobo series is for you. Pick the one that you want. My job got me this Kobo Libra Color, so I didn't get to really pick, although I do think, having looked at all of them, I do think this is the one I would have picked, because I love the page turn buttons, because as somebody that has greasy fingerprints, like oily fingerprints, I am always constantly cleaning the screens and doing all that to my iPad and my Kindles, because you have to touch the screen to turn the page. This is so intuitive that I just hold the book and I push the button, 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 and it's just, it feels that's what I liked about the Oasis, that's what I liked about the Voyage, is that page turn buttons feel to me the most like a tactile book can feel. Now, let me address the other part of the elephant in the room. This is a way to somewhat get around Amazon's DRM proprietary practices right now. Although I would argue that I know Kobo has the same proprietary DRM. It's just a lot Kobo is a lot easier and friendlier when it comes to working with that kind of stuff. And funny enough, I actually had to buy the pen, the Kobo stylus too, separately. They didn't have any on the Kobo website. You know where I found it? I found it on Amazon. That's comical in and of itself. But that's where I found it, and that's why I got the white one instead of the black one. I didn't care what color the stylus was. I just love the fact the stylus works intuitively. I love that it, when you write a note, you can then convert it to on-screen text, so it's easier to read. There's just a lot of bonuses. The Scribe doesn't even do that. The Scribe, you can only read your handwriting, so you have to meticulously write well. For somebody that doesn't have that good a handwriting, now I can read most of my own handwriting, but if I get to writing a bunch, then it starts to go downhill. Part of that is my disability, and part of that is I just have never had really good handwriting either. So it's 50%, I'd say half and half each the issue there. But it is, will it be my main Kindle or my main e-reader? The Kobo Libra Color. I could see it being, because it's compact, it's light, so it's easy to travel with. I will be traveling it the next time I do a bookstore trip or another trip outside of the house. I will be traveling with it just to be able to use it and see how those things go. Now I will say that Oberon does not make covers for this, even though I think they should. Or at least as far as I know, Oberon doesn't make covers for this. I know they make covers for all the Kindles, but I'm not sure they make covers for the Kobos. If they do, then I may consider getting an Oberon. Well, screw that. I would consider getting an Oberon cover, but I don't think they make them. My verdict on the device is, if you're in the market for a really good color e-reader that does multiple things well, but not like excellently, then consider the Kobo. If you don't want to deal with the Amazon Kindle, because having dealt with the Kindle so long, I can point out all the flaws the Kindle has that the Kobo series, the Libra Color in this case, handles and does very well. That being said, though, I can also point out where the Kobo Libra Color in this case falls short, and Kindle has the advantage. So it's really apples and oranges. It's really who do you want to go with in the sense of that nature. It's really what makes you feel the best. If that makes the most plausible sense. I enjoy using it for work. I would definitely use it for my personal e-reader if I didn't have 10 other Kindles over there. Would I consider, if I didn't have a job where they got me this, would I consider getting it? Because of Amazon's recent practices with the walled garden effect, I most certainly would think of doing something of this nature. I'm even considering getting one for my mom to see which one she likes better. So that tells you how much I really do enjoy the Kobo Libra Color. I do, however, enjoy my Kindles as well. I'm a reader who enjoys multiple ways to read. I think both e-readers have their pluses and their minuses. It's just who are you willing to deal with, and what features do you want, and what device do you want that has multiple features. Because like the Kindle Scribe reads and writes, but it's not in color. The Kobo Libra Color reads, writes, and is in color, and has page turn buttons, but does not have nearly as large a screen as the Kindle Scribe to read on, so there's less words per page, and you're going to have more page turns between chapters, unless it's James Patterson, because then it won't really matter. But I will say this, too. Battery life is not an issue with whatever device you get, because battery life is pretty much a moot point at this juncture. You get incredible battery life with the Kobo series. I have charged it once when it came out of the box, and I'm still at 92%. I think, actually, I'll check right now and let you know where I'm at. That actually fell out for the first time. I'm at 89%. Wow. And I've used this device a lot, and I've even left the Wi-Fi on, for God's sake. Like, I haven't even done... Whoa, what are you doing there? Oh, I was pushing the button. Duh. I like to leave my devices at about 45% bright. 45 to 50% bright. It just helps with the nature of it. I will pick up the pen after I'm done filming here. But it's a device that I have surprisingly fallen in love with. It has its flaws, just like the Kindles do, but I feel like any place I read, I am going to be happy reading. The mere fact that I can no longer buy from one store and just go back and forth because of Amazon's practices is a little bit upsetting. And Kobo Plus, I think it's called, the Kindle Unlimited version, I am signed up for that. You're going to have to wait until I really sink my teeth into that. I've gotten a few books, so we'll be diving into that. But a review for that itself is going to come. So do not fret over that. We got reviews for that coming. And, of course, you're going to get the 1 month review. This month I'll be going to Barnes & Noble at some point. So we'll be taking this out and about and see how it does in lighting. See how it does in different situations. I do love, too, that it is water resistant or waterproof, which I think all e-readers should be. I'm not too terribly a fan of, I wish the port was on the bottom instead of on the side, because as a person who sticks his e-readers on his side and on their side, I'm always afraid of dust getting into the port and whatnot, but it's just something more you're going to have to clean if you need to. But as my final recommendation, to be fair to everyone, at least in the first week, our 1 week in review, is research which e-reader features you want and go with the e-reader company that has those features. In my mind, it's probably going to be Kobo. If you want book selection, they both pretty much have the same book selection. However, Kindle Unlimited seems to be a deeper service, at least now at this point, than Kobo Plus. So be forewarned and be ready for that as well. But until next time, leave in the comments down below if you plan on getting an e-reader, or you have an e-reader. Let me know what e-reader you have, whether you have Kindle or you have Kobo. Let me know either one on that. I now have both, so I'm impartial. I'm the perfect one to tell because I'm an impartial judge. Call me Switzerland if you must, but hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. Because I can see pluses and minuses for both, and I do absolutely love e-readers. I think they are a plus. I enjoy physical books as well, as you can all see behind me over here. I love me my physical books, but I love me my e-readers because I can have hundreds of thousands of books in my hands with one compact device. But until next time, you know I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Please ding the notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And without further ado, happy reading. I'll see you again soon. And peace. And when it comes to e-readers, there's no wrong choice. See you later.